All right, let's get it. What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And guys, imagine my joy when I woke up this morning and I saw this Chelsea Handler 50 Cent nonsense. It seems like they want to get everyone involved in their little twisted, disgusting foreplay between the two of them. So they find themselves in the media, all right? So I saw this on foxnews.com and I see people are starting to talk about it, but they can't talk about it like me. So here we go. All right, this is on foxnews.com, and it says here, Chelsea Handler explains the shaming of Trump backer 50 Cent. She shamed him, all right, a grown man. All right, she shamed him. And she says, I had to remind him that he was a black person. And that's the quote. I had to remind him that he was a black person, a grown man. Not only that, but 50. He's supposed to be this big alpha male rapper, right? Go, shorty, you know, and all that stuff. He's not checking this woman, by the way. All right, but she had to remind him as if he's like a slave on the plantation, right? Like she might as well name him Toby, and she's pulling back on the collar like it's a choke collar. Blah, that's enough out of you, boy. Get back over there. I gotta remind you, you're a black person, and all the things that go with being a black person. Get back in your lane, 50. All right, and it says here, he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook, Handler explained. Oh boy, here we go. Chelsea Handler offered an explanation as to why she publicly scolded her ex-boyfriend. Her ex-boyfriend, really, her ex-boyfriend. No, all he did was bend that skank over and that's all it was. She was a groupie. Ex-boyfriend, my ass! For supporting President Trump during her Friday night appearance on The Tonight Show. The comedian had been feuding with 50 Cent, born Curtis James Jackson III, since Monday, when he shared an image from a news broadcast on Instagram that depicted the rates. Wait a minute, it just jumped. That depicted the rates at which certain places would be taxed under Joe Biden's plan. The thing. The broadcast highlighted New York State at 58% and New York City at 62%. Go, what the fuck? Vote for Trump, I'm out, wrote Jackson in the caption. Fuck New York, the Knicks never win anyway. I don't care. Trump doesn't like black people. 62%. Are you out of your effing mind? I've been shot a few times, but I don't walk with a limp. I'm alright. Handler insisted the 62% tax hike isn't a plan under Joe Biden, calling it a lie. So not only is she calling you her boy, but she's also saying that you're a liar. You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about, 50. Of course, you're black. You need to be guided back into that lane. And that's what Chelsea here is here to remind you of. All right, she's your savior. She's like Dangerous Minds. She's like, who was it? Michelle Pfeiffer. Been waiting all my life, living in a gangster's paradise. She's the white shadow. She's come to save you, 50. All right, so he doesn't want to pay 62% in taxes because he doesn't want to go from 50 cents to 20 cents. I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook, Handler said. So she feels that white woman's burden, right, to save all black people from this ignorant black guy because black people don't have that individual capability of thought. You know what I mean? So silence this guy. He's a liar. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And we'll get you right back where you belong. The remarks seemed reminiscent of Biden's "you ain't black" comment during an interview with radio host Charlemagne the God. Come on, man. For which the Democrat was heavily criticized earlier this year. Handler says she hasn't heard back from Fitty, but told Fallon she's willing to seal the deal in more ways than one in order to get her ex-boyfriend to publicly denounce Trump. So she's willing to put it on him. That's what she's talking about. She's willing to do that. Now, here we are in 2020. It'll be 2021 soon. Women, is this what you want? Is this what stands for you? Is this what the liberal standpoint is? Selling sex for votes? That's what it comes down to. And we talk about the degradation of women. This is the most degrading thing I've heard in a long time. I will actually have sex with this man to get him to vote for the candidate of my choice. I might be willing to go for another spin if you know what I'm talking about, Handler added. Disgusting. I don't know, Joe Biden. Do you approve this message? Is this what you want? This is how you want to get your votes, by prostituting women out here. The pair dated briefly in 2011, according to Us Weekly, and appeared to be friendly with one another after their split. However, things appeared to have soured after 50 Cent made headlines. Okay, I just lost my charge. All right, but listen, I read the story, all right? So trust me, 50 basically said he doesn't want to lose their love over what's going on here. So he said something like, okay, Gator, I don't want to lose our friendship over this. So instead of checking her, 50 basically went out like a simp, and he didn't check her. All right. He didn't say, I'm a grown man. All right. Never mind all that black stuff. I'm a human being with his own way of thinking. And other people out there are human beings as well. You should not stereotype my people this way. Chelsea Handler, you thought you. All right. So that's what 50 Cent should be doing, but he's not. So I tell people all the time, this is the reason why you don't hold up these celebrities. All right. Because they are out of their freaking minds. All right, and they have way too much influence out here, and people need to understand. All right, the best thing you can do is be informed out here. You can find out what each candidate is bringing to the table. You can find out what your concerns are, what your agenda is. I don't know, kind of like what Ice Cube is doing, and then you bring that to both sides and see which side is more on board or, in line with what you want. As an individual, free-thinking, intelligent person would. All right, but you got people like Chelsea Handler out there. Unfortunately, she's not like she's not an anomaly. There's a lot of people out there who feel that black people are like this. So the reason when I heard people saying that Joe Biden should apologize, I'm like, why should he apologize? Most of you feel that way anyway. You feel that black people shouldn't be voting for Trump. They should be voting for not just Joe Biden, but for any Democrat that's out there. All right, this is not about politics. This is about stereotyping. This is about prejudice and racism. That's what this is about. All right. So by people not speaking out about this because, I don't want to get political, is unacceptable. This is wrong. All right. And I am not afraid to point that out. So there it is. Chelsea Handler, your ass needs to be apologizing to everybody out there, not just black people, but you need to be apologizing for your racism. You have a platform, and you're the one who should be worried about leading people astray. Respect other people's convictions. That's what this is about. It's not about politics. Who cares who you vote for? But you need to be able to respect people. And that's the reason why we're so divided and families falling out and all that stuff. And we have an entertainment industry full of self-righteous, self-important hypocrites out here who don't know when to shut their mouths and just do their job. That's you, Chelsea Handler, and many people out there like you. You don't speak for me. You don't do me any favors. You listen, don't get me. I know there's going to be a lot of people who come into the comment section because it seems like I'm so fired up. So they're going to take great pleasure in coming into the comment section. Hey, man, calm down. Why are you so uptight? I promise you, once the video stops, I'll be cool. I'll be mellow. All right? But when I'm talking about this, get out of my way and let me say what I got to say. All right? I'll be all right. But whenever someone like this pops off, other people need to speak up and say, no, that's not what this is. That's not what this is about. All right? You get the respect that you earn. And if you just do what 50 did, you can say what you want, we're still going to be friends. Look, man, keep your little love games and crap. Keep that away from the rest of us, all right? If y'all are turning each other on by all of this, keep that to yourself, all right? You get no respect from me. But listen, it's your turn. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you make of all of this. And as always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. It means an awful lot. I'm going to leave the link to this in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Also, come give me a follow on Twitter. I'll be looking for you, all right? I appreciate you listening, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.